All right, this is a captive bred green anaconda. This is not one of the babies that was just recently born. These animals are older, and these are now feeding on rodents. So people have been inquiring and waiting. We are about ready to start shipping some of these anacondas, but these are all literally captive born. They're quite tractable. So a couple things people need to understand. Green anacondas, they can be quite sweet and docile and trusting. So that basically equates to friendly. So if an animal's not mauling you and whatnot, we would call that, tractable animal friendly. Secondly, green anacondas don't grow to 30 feet like some people are thinking. So you could easily have a mature male green anaconda, 6, 7 foot, 8 foot is sometimes even on the larger size. And to get a female above any length, probably above 11 foot, that's going to take some work. So the keeper has to be dedicated to these animals. So when you get a green anaconda, they don't just magically just eat everything and then just suddenly just start growing out of control. They're actually, they're kind of interesting. So when they're smaller, my opinion is generally the growth is not super rapid, but once they get around 4, 5, 6 foot and they start eating larger meals, then their growth potential is more likely realized. But when they're little, young like this, we're feeding them rat pups. But they don't get, giant or anything like that. So you easily could have a nice adult animal. I have adults that are like 10 years old that I produced. And they're literally, 10, 11 foot. And that's a female. My breeder male he's probably like on a 7 foot. And he's also, he's an older animal. I don't reduce the food to them. I just don't give them giant, enormous meals. So, but some people just have these really crazy ideas about green anacondas. My trick with these guys, keep them clean, putting them in here. I use newspaper. I use some sphagnum moss because they do appreciate a little bit of moisture, especially when it's going to be time to shed. They'll also locate themselves in their water dish. They'll often just defecate in their water dish, so you can just empty that out. And they're reasonably clean. The thing is, you don't want to keep these guys dank and wet. You want ventilation, but they're basically easy to keep. They do not like to be as warm as other snakes. So often these guys like an ambient temperature in the low 80s with a hot spot that's probably like 92 degrees. But this animal is quite tractable and stuff like that. So we're basically selling, if we sell singles, males are $1,100, females are $1,200. And then we can do discounts from there for pairs or more. But green anacondas no longer imported in the United States. So there's very few of us that are actually legitimately breeding these guys. And we can offer you unrelated animals, no problem. This is a very sweet, tractable animal. And I haven't really done anything special other than just basically just the frequency of cleaning the cage, making friends with them, and just teaching them they can trust us. They just end up being friendly. So it's very impressive when you have a bigger green anaconda that's just sweet. All right, I guess we'll be done with this. Say goodbye. Green anaconda's a nerd.